So?
I have one tool that's pretty much used in almost every job, and it's actually a cabinet maker's hammer.
Oh, okay, a cabinet maker hammer. Okay.
It is persuasive enough when I need to persuade something.
Not someone.
Something. And it always yields excellent results. Yeah. And at the end of the project, whatever piece of furniture or what I'm working on, it always helps it come out beautifully.
What I'm working on, coming out beautiful. All this brings me to our friend Scott Rouse, a behavior and body language expert who trained alongside the FBI, the Secret Service, and U.S. military intelligence. He co-hosts a podcast called The Behavior Panel. Scott, great to have you on again. Thank you. Okay, what do you see in those sound bites?
Well, let's keep in mind we're seeing a clinical narcissist. I'm under the impression the guy's a psychopath from what he's done in his history. But we're seeing the clinical narcissist in the best place he could possibly be. It's heaven for him because he's got someone asking him questions about himself. And as he answers these questions, we see all kinds of cues that let us know that his confidence is way up. It's through the roof, just like a clinical narcissist should be. We're seeing, as he speaks, we see the head go back, which shows his arrogance, and the chin comes out as it goes back. We see a lot of that underneath his chin there, which is actually a pretty big deal. And then we see his fingers, they're adapting and moving around with excitement as he starts to talk about himself. He does this, and we see him get excited. He pulls these together. We're also seeing 2 thumbs up as he's talking. When our thumbs are up, that lets everyone know that we're feeling confident. When the thumbs go away, confidence is very low. When they're up, they're out and everybody can see them, they're really high. Same thing with steepling. You're going to see him steeple in here as well when he talks for a second, when he starts talking about himself. This is the nirvana for a narcissist. Put it on a pedestal, being asked questions, and being on camera. At the same time, let me add one more thing. I know I'm going long on this one, but watch him check the camera.
No, but I want them to keep rolling the pictures. Wait, Scott, I want to just tell our controller, keep rolling the pictures, because every time you were saying something, I was looking at his fingers. So I'm gripping now on this. So go ahead,
There's
keep going.
The steepling. Yeah, there was a steepling, and now he's got his hands are like this. And these illustrators he's using are showing his bravado. These really big illustrators that he's using. So we're seeing a narcissist on a pedestal being asked questions, but watch him check the camera every now and then. He sort of checks it, and he looks right down the barrel. You can't see him. It takes a second to get to see him do it. You can see him checking it. He's totally into this situation. He absolutely loves it. Now, keep in mind, as he goes through this, he's done all these horrible things, or he's done a lot of horrible things, supposedly, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Done these horrible things.
I have to keep saying allegedly. Yep.
Done these horrible things. And as he feels confident because he's under the impression he's gotten away with all that. And he's so smart, nobody can catch him. And we'll hear him as we go through these videos as well. We're hearing him talk about how much smarter he is than the city that he works for, because he tells them what their problems are, and he tells them how to fix them. He does everything that a clinical narcissist will do. I mean, it's mind-blowing, all the things we're seeing in here and all the things he's saying. When he talks about his father, he's talking about how smart and brilliant his father was too. The interviewer goes back and says something about, it runs in the family or genetic or whatever. Same thing. It's just one thing after the other. It's just a pile of narcissistic comments and body language that let us know exactly what we're looking at there. Doesn't say we can tell he's a murderer.
It's interesting you say this. I'll tell you, right, and I'll tell you something. It's important to say that. But I'll tell you that Antoine Amira, who did this interview, that's him right there, the real estate. I mean, again, he's laughing because this is just an architect. He's not interviewing a serial killer. He's interviewing an architect. So, of course, he should laugh. Right. He said it was the worst interview he'd ever done because of the ego, the just unabashed ego of this man. He said he just was unpleasant because it was so overbearing. And Nikki Brass is a former escort who also talked to us about going on a date with Rex Heuermann in 2015. She says he discussed serial killers, and then he really changed his tune when he started talking about the Gilgo Beach murders. Let me play that soundbite. Take a look.
Okay.
He leaned in. He got excited. It seemed like something he very much wanted to talk about, but not even just talk about. You know the look in someone's eyes when they're remembering something, when they're thinking about it, when they're trying to think about details. it was like that. It wasn't like somebody who read a book and was just spewing facts. It was somebody who was trying to act like they didn't live it.
Wow.
Got 40 seconds left, but Nikki Rausch saw the body language. What did you see? Or what'd you make of what she saw?
All right, exactly what every woman sees. Women take in information in a lot more detail than men do, and they can siphon through it much quicker and see what's happening. What she's talking about is the inner dialogue she sees going on in his head. The reason he's excited is because they're talking about his favorite subject, something he got away with, these murders that he did. The only thing psychopaths, if he is a psychopath, I don't know for sure, but I'm under the impression he is, when they murder someone, that's only some of the real excitement they get because of the adrenaline rush. And he's talking to her about the most exciting thing he's got going in his life, as he's talking to someone who has the same job that she does. And that's exciting for him as well, because he's probably thinking, am I going to off her as well? So she's very lucky, very lucky.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.